Yo, what's up? We're here to introduce, for the first and last time, my compound turbo Cummins Chevy that I've had since I was 18. It's just one of those days.
Hi, I'm Brett. This is Connor. Welcome to the shop.
The shop content coming at you.
If you've already made this far in the video, big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I'm not begging, I'm just asking.
I mean, if you want to see this kind of content, it'll be different kind of content. Same, okay, diesel, old vehicle. That's a promo. Anyways, this is my truck. I've owned this since I was 18. This is a 1969 Chevy C30 one-ton truck. So it used to be a motorhome, and then went to the old scrapyard and they grappled it off, and while me and my grandpa were sitting in the truck, it was rather dangerous, but I won't tell you who, so they can't get in trouble. Anyways, this truck looked a lot less rusty when I had it, but right now it's got a 12 valve Cummins, and the whole truck is actually sitting on a 97 Dodge chassis. So yeah, it works really good. 4x4, everything's Dodge except for the skin. So yeah, I'll show you some more about that. We got the hand fabricated aluminum bed. This thing's been polished like 6 times. Still looks like crap because we live in Winnipeg. My $6,000 wheel setup, still dirty. That's fine. Nice tires. These things are actually pretty good. These are like China tires or Korea tires or something. Would recommend. App terrains. Back here, it's got a hitch from Princess Auto that's rusted shut. And yeah, so oh yeah, saddest part. Okay, so you'll see someone's gonna make a comment calling me an idiot because I have 2 exhausts on this truck, but I have the hater pipe on the hood inoperational. That's because I don't own this truck anymore. This truck is sold as of like a couple days ago, and the new owner wanted an exhaust. So I stuck the old exhaust on. I'll show you over here. Onto this side, exhaust pipe, boom, yep. Window tint, required on a single cab, because you don't want it to look like a fishbowl, and it's hot as balls in the summer. Interior wise, what do we got? 03, I think, Chevy buckets, out of a Silverado. They are by far the nicest, best feeling seats in these trucks. And then, it's got the stock heater. Sometimes it works in the winter. It's freaking cold in here because it's Cummins. Anyways, door closes mint too, by the way. Original strikers. Hater pipe. But no pipe leading to it. And it smoked like a choo-choo train, and I loved it. But the new owner didn't want that because it smelled like smoke in the cab. So what do we do? Saturday, I think I hand fabricated. Just kidding, I hacked together this pipe and put it under this header wrap. Still, my hack work looks sexier than a lot of people's good work. That's something to say. As you can see under here, everything is Dodge. I'm gonna put these here and forget them. Everything is Dodge. Intercooler Dodge, rad Dodge. Transcooler, not Dodge, but I bought that on Summit Racing. Dual batteries, like I said, everything's been rewired up here. It looks gorgeous. Yeah, it looks like it was supposed to be there. So, got the auxiliary fuse panel there. Motor mods. This is everything on this motor is courtesy of the 12 valve guys, the power-driven diesel boys. They hooked it up with the power package and the transmission on this thing. I paid a pretty penny for it, but that's because we live in Canada and everything's like 40% more. So, let's start off over here. Not one spoolie boy, but 2 spoolie boys. This is a 372 with a 1.0 back housing and a stock HX35 turbo. I did not want to spend like $4 grand on turbos, so we just spent $1,500, and then the rest of the supporting mods. Stainless steel pipe, or tube as we call it. Nice oil lines. These were actually courtesy of Poppy here, these little clamps. They were free. I still haven't paid for them, which is probably pretty good. Anyways, rest of this thing's been O-ringed ARP 2000 studs, 165 valve springs, stage 2 push rods for power driven diesel. I got a new lift pump. There's 4K governor springs, 025 delivery valves, I think, and 518 injectors. So the thing, it goes good. It's got like the 500 horsepower package. It's got AFC Live, everything inside from power driven diesel. And then the first time I built this truck, smoked the transmission two times. So I've experienced my fair share of Dodge parts. Living the Dodge life. It's got a 47 RE, built by Power Driven. It's got a billet triple disc, billet input shaft, all the billet valve body parts. Valve body was bench test. Anyways, paid for their whole package. It was like $7,000 after I already paid like $3,000 for parts before. Live and learn. Yeah, I don't know. It's running stock Hydro Boost off the Dodge. Timing's not too spicy. I think I said at 19.5. This whole combo, daily drives and like rips, really good. Thing tows a trailer, absolutely no problem. I kind of got this swapped down to a recipe, so if anybody wants some plans, not really plans, but like tips on how to make this thing work good and how to make everything fit, yeah, drop a comment, we'll get to you, or send us an email or whatever. Drop a comment and then we'll figure it out after there. Yeah, anyways, irregardless. It doesn't heat very well in the winter though, by the way. But that's like a Dodge problem. I've had a second gen and it was the same way. Didn't have heat for shit in the winter. So we still have an 03 bucket seat on this side. Pretty nice. Steering wheel, 94 Chevy. Dakota digital gauges. I've had that in here for like 10 years already. They are great. I will. 100% worth the $1,000 they cost. By far the best mod this truck has ever had because you're looking at them every single day. Glorious. We got the 3 gauges in the middle. What is it? Pyro, trans, and boost. The pyro gauge hasn't worked since I bought it, so I don't know. I tried to get warranty on it. They told me, check your wiring. I'm like, buddy, I do wiring for a living. Rust fixed. Solid cab corners and rockers. Anyways, overall, nice truck. This truck was somewhat special to me. Like I said, it was the first truck I ever built or that I owned that actually went on the road. I had another one of these that I sunk a bunch of money into and I sold it in parts. So yeah, I've been bad at spending my whole life. Thousands of dollars gone. But so many lessons learned. So many lessons. Yeah, so I'm not really sad to see this thing go, not yet at least, because I know there's gonna be a better vehicle coming. I'm so excited for that one, and yeah, the new owner seems to be pretty stoked on this truck. So yeah, I don't know what else we do.
So if you guys have made it this far, as Connor's hinted, there's another one coming to replace it.
Oh baby, there's gonna be some good content with that one too. Well yeah, I gotta phone the guy yet.
I does not own it yet, but it will make for some great adventures, content, memories. So if you guys have any guesses as to what might be replacing this,
yeah,
keep in mind the goal is to tow with it.
So the goal is to tow with it. It's gonna have 4 doors. It's gonna be called, yeah, it's gonna be called something great. We will reveal that when I own it. And yeah, so it's gonna be probably equally as long as this, just not a 4x4. So yeah, and we're buying it sight unseen, like all great purchases.
So if you guys have any ideas what it might be.
Oh yeah, tip. It's old. It's like older than this truck. So, yeah.
Older than 69, 4 doors, 2-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Sight unseen.
Cool.
You guys.
Cool.
And super cool. So if you guys have any ideas what it might be, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what your guesses might be because I know they couldn't be further.
Yeah. Ain't nobody guessing what the heck I'm buying. Because, right now, it doesn't fit my vibe, but when I buy it, I will become the vibe that the vehicle is.
And if you guys watch this and you know Connor, don't you dare comment.
Yeah, don't.
Because you guys will be like, oh, we know exactly what he likes and what he's gonna buy.
It's a wrong guess if you say that, by the way, so.
I'm just gonna delete the comment.
Oh, right. Wow, censorship. I thought you were anti-censorship. We live in Canada. There's enough of that.
So this is gonna end today's video, guys. Something a little bit different. Unfortunately, the first and last video we're gonna make with the truck. Honestly, I think I'm more upset about it than he is.
Yeah, I'm not mad at all. I am not. I don't get attached to things. That's my problem. I don't know if that's a problem.
And yet here I am. So
Yeah, true.
I always had a vision for this truck that somewhere down the line, we're not gonna be Cletus McFarlane, but you know, we'll have a bigger channel than this. And this will be like Old Faithful in the background. We're gonna hop in it, go for Timmy's. And I don't know, maybe one day it ends up back here.
I don't know, maybe. I know where it is, so.
And by the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like it's going anywhere. It sounds like the new owner is more than thrilled to purchase it. So a little disappointed we can't also hoon it to send it off, but
Yeah, I didn't even hoon it when I owned it myself because I was too scared of breaking things. 'Cause usually when I dink around with things like that, I break like really expensive parts. Like when I mentioned the transmission broke, I was driving home from work. I just left a stoplight at average throttle and all of a sudden I ended up with 4 neutrals. And it wasn't actually neutrals, it was just the input shaft snapped in the torque converter. So I was like, wow, perfect. Living the dream, living the Dodge boy dream. So yeah. Thanks for watching.